All right, here we go. Here we go. Welcome again, everybody. Let's get this. We're now in Cruel, so let's move along here. We are at the point of farmlands and Freethorn. So we've killed everything up to this point. So we just keep going. What's up, John? Good to see you. So we just keep pushing. Pushing. That's what it's about. Here we go. Okay, so I know the crop circle. All right, so definitely got the crop circle boss in here. There's the hunting grounds. That's where we were. Thank you for that, John. Appreciate it. Appreciate the art. Appreciate it. All right, that's what we're doing here. These are deadly. Dying a ton and can't get past a wolf at level 19. The wolf is the very first boss in Act 2. Am I correct? It's the very first boss in Act 2. The Mad Wolf. If I remember right, I didn't even go in there. Oh, Act 1. Sorry, Act 1. If I remember right, I didn't even go in there until I was at the level up, and it was a pain because I had to find an area and XP was so slow to get. Yeah, he's a terrible boss, but I already knew that before going into it, so that's why I went and leveled up and got all my skills up and everything, because I knew he was a bad butt.
Rare treasure.
And I think you're running a sorceress as well, right? Which makes it even harder, to be honest with you. You're just so squishy. Sorcerer, yes. Have you at all, I mean, I know it sucks to ask because I always hate asking too, but have you tried in the chat to just ask for somebody to help you, to run you through it, or no? Because I'm the same way, I never ask. But yeah, I mean, he's a tough boss, and I do remember that I spent a lot of time just farming XP to get my passive skill points up and to get my skill gems up, and it wasn't easy because just getting the XP takes forever. But I do remember that I went in there pretty heavy because I already knew he was going to be a bad mamma jamma. Okay, so that's all cleared. Are you in the game right now, John? I don't think so. I think I saw that nobody else was online but me.
I have no space for that.
Of course. You're working. Archmage, and now you're having mana problems. Yeah, that's what happens if you switch to Archmage. Got to make sure that you're make sure. Make sure that your mana is at least at 1500 before you switch to Archmage. I'm not using Archmage yet because I'm not at that 1500 mark, but everything I've read says if you're not at 1500, you're going to struggle with mana. Well, John, maybe this weekend, maybe like Saturday or Sunday, I can run you through that boss.
You found my lute. I think I shall begin by composing a song about you.
Such a different sort of
Yeah, we'll do that then. This weekend we'll hook up and I'll get you through that boss because it kind of sucks when you're at a standstill, I know. Okay, so that gave us a couple more points. And I think we want to do that one, and if I'm right, I want to do the next one too. I do. So there. All right, so that one's done. Now we're gonna come this way. I'm gonna grab this, and then I gotta kind of debate on what I want to do. We'll do this one too as well. We're gonna have to figure out my skill tree. Yeah, my skill tree, it keeps changing. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, it ain't gonna lie. But that's, let me try to clip it right to where you can see it. So that's, and you're on TikTok, so it makes it even harder for you to see it. But that's the tree up at the top here. It just comes all the way across until I get to this little zigzag thing with the lightning damage. This has got a lot of lightning damage. You know, I did put some points in, John, where it's not necessary, to be honest. Like right here, I probably didn't need to do this mana regen rate and this stuff, but I did it because it just makes my life easier. It just lets me produce enough mana that I'm very rarely am I hurting for mana. But when I do that, that means that it took me longer to get to here because I wasted points down there. And this is where a lot of your damage is going to come from right there. There's this little bit here. So yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, Faulty, that's where your problem is when you're at mana, you're at my mana right now. I'm at 806 mana. There's no way I could run Archmage right now without just totally being defenseless because I wouldn't have enough mana. It's really recommended that you get this, and it's a struggle, I ain't gonna lie, that you get this mana up to 1500, which means you're really farming for mana, you know, mana, regen, mana, you know, plus percentage, whatever it is that you can get. But yeah, that's probably why you're struggling, is because of that. All right, did we not? No, we did not.
It is good to see you.
Evasion, rating, evasion. A lot of evasion on that piece. Gold, gold, gold.
It seems shadows haunt us both.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, I think that people like to say a lot of things and nerf this and nerf that, but what, you know, there is some talk that they may start nerfing Spark, but we'll see. I'm actually not really too worried about it because I'm getting ready where I will be not using Spark here in the near future anyway, just because of the way I'm planning this build out. Whoops. So, but yeah, I've read the same thing. We'll see what happens. I mean, they've gotten so much. Every time they announce this stuff, they just get beat up all over in their forums and stuff. And Grinding Gear Games does listen, so we'll see what they decide to do in the end. But if they do nerf Spark, I'm fine with it. I mean, I'm using Arc with cast on Shock. So, I mean, I have other avenues that I can go. I personally don't think Spark is very OP, but apparently they do. They should refund your, I agree. That is the bad thing. And that is the thing that kind of sucks about not using Orb of Regrets. You know, now you just got to hang on to your gold, you know, because it costs gold now, and it does kind of suck. I agree. I ain't gonna lie about that. When they nerf something, you're doing rebuilds. The same is true with, you know, Last Epoch and Diablo 4 as well. I mean, they all do it, and to me, it just doesn't seem like it's a very fair. Because you're right, it takes a lot of investment to change that respec out of after they nerf it. You know, but I'll be honest with you, a lot of the stuff when they nerf it, it's really not as bad as most people make it out to be. Like, you can keep using it, and you'll usually probably do just fine. You may not be melting the bosses or melting things as fast as you were before, but you're still gonna. I mean, I've never respec because of a nerf, and that's on Diablo and Last Epoch. I just say, okay, now you're gonna make it challenging, and I usually just stick with it. I'm not saying that there wouldn't come a time that I wouldn't, but you know, I don't know. But I do agree with you. When they nerf something, they really don't take into account how much it's going to cost you to respec. Okay, that is all clear. Yeah, I agree. For the casual player, it's really a pain in the butt when they do that stuff. It is. And this game, for a casual player, I've always said, and I've said it even for the hardcore player, this game is all about patience. It really is. I know people that have, you know, been playing with me in Diablo and in Last Epoch, they know I say that all the time. But it really is, there's a lot of truth to it. I mean, a lot of times you just got to take a step back and go, okay, why do I just keep dying? What's happening? And figure it out. And it's not always easy, and especially for the casual player. But the one good thing about this game, I do believe, is that you can really play this, which I've been playing this game pretty slow, really. I don't play it when I'm not streaming. I mean, maybe I'll pick it up every now and then just to check something or something I read. But for the most part, I play it when I stream, and that's it. And the reason being is, and it's true with all the games, is I kind of get burned out on it no matter what the game is. Because I do play it every single day to stream it, and I'm usually, if I'm going to play something when I'm not streaming, it's usually not the game I'm streaming. It's usually something totally different, just so I can take a break from it. And this is one of those games that I've said often, that this is one of those games that sometimes it's best to just walk away from for a day. Let your brain settle. Come at a new perspective. But yeah, I mean, this game is definitely can be a frustrating game for people, for sure. No doubt. Especially if they keep nerfing stuff. I mean, I can understand the frustration there for sure. Yeah, there's actually a really cool sorceress build. Yeah, game burnout is absolutely real. There's a really cool sorceress build out there called hammer build, and it uses a really good shield and a really good mace. Or no, actually, I think it's a great hammer, and it's an S tier build. It's actually superb. And there is some reasons to use a shield in this game as a sorceress. I know it seems strange, but I'll tell you why. First of all, I used a shield very early in the game for a while because it had tons and tons of energy shield on it. All right, and my build really needs energy shield. But secondly, the other reason to use it is because you can use your, if you can get one that's got a high block chance, it'll help you. It'll help you a lot. And so a high percentage block chance, maybe like for me, my perfect shield would be something with a high block chance, and then something with a high energy shield. I haven't found that piece yet, but we are looking right now. We are actually kind of farming shields and playing with them. I have some in my stash, and but there's a lot of variations. I've got, you know, I have, good morning, Sumba. I have a lot of, well, and that's exactly true. Faulty, you know, he just made a great comment there when you said that. When you said, you know, casuals can't have anything fun because hardcore players abuse the mechanics. And that's why nerfing happens. And so the casual player never even gets to that point. He never even gets to enjoy, you know, that like Spiritborn in Diablo 4. He never gets to enjoy that trillions of damage because the people that are hardcore players already were there weeks ago and they already abused the mechanic. The development teams already become aware of it and nerfing it. You know, I always say though, and I'll say it this way, is a lot of times the nerfs that happen, they needed to happen. You know, I can take Diablo 4 for a great example where the barbarian in season 1, he was one hitting every boss. I mean, literally, he was just bam, done. He needed to be nerfed. Now they didn't nerf it. They waited until the next season, but everybody should have, absolutely, they should have known this is going to get nerfed. You know, and then everybody was screaming and yelling when it did get nerfed. And it's kind of like, well, wait a minute. You guys should have been aware that this was definitely a bug. It wasn't supposed to be this way. But anyway, neither here nor there. I mean, it still doesn't help. It doesn't help the casual player for sure. I agree. I mean, my build is really crazy and my gear is really crazy and it continues to get crazier. And I've got people that come onto this stream and tell me, you're never going to make it past this. You're never going to, and each time I do. Now, were they right in some regards? Oh, absolutely. I probably could have made my life a lot easier, but I chose to do it the hard way and I chose to do it my way. That's why I wanted to say is don't let anybody tell you it can't be done. I mean, when people told me you cannot build a fire sorceress, now I was under level 30, I was level 20. You cannot do an all fire sorceress and make it work. And they were right. I was stubborn. I tried it. But until you hit level 31 and you get the 2 really meaningful skills that you need, it's almost impossible. It was just like, okay, they're right. I can't do it. Man, I put in a lot of work on it too. I tried like hell. Okay, so here's the first boss right here, crop circle. There we go. And we got a point. Yeah, this does make you a better player. It does challenge you, and that gets frustrating for some players. Some players, you know, they just quit. They're just like, you know what, it's too hard. I don't want to do it. But other players, they love that challenge. And I mean, I ain't gonna lie, I am one of those that I just absolutely love the challenge. Make it hard. I'm gonna have to stop doing all intelligence here soon, because I know that I'm gonna have to, a shield is gonna cause me to have to wear some different gear for sure. But okay, so we're right there. So the next thing that we're gonna be doing now is we're gonna be coming down here and grab the rest of this. I probably should have done it right there, but we'll wait. Okay. Yeah, this weekend, John, we'll definitely, me and you will team up and we'll go run that boss for sure. We'll get that guy banged out for you, because it kind of puts you at a standstill a little bit. I often think sometimes too that teaming up in this game, you can learn a lot by just playing with another person sometimes. But this game, I don't know, they kind of make it a little bit more difficult, I think, to team with. The scaling is like crazy. I know they did some adjustments to it. Maybe they've improved it since the last time I did it, but it was pretty insane. And then what? We got what? 3 more weeks? Four more weeks until Diablo 4 Season 7 hits. Which, be prepared to be disappointed on that, but it's just the life of Diablo 4. And I'll go at least create one character. I don't know how long I'm going to stay there. But it's kind of like, I at least want to go see. And I want to confirm my suspicions that it's going to be bad. I hate to say, sound so negative about it, but that's what I've learned with Blizzard is, if you start thinking it's going to be good, you're in for a big disappointment. Now, I was showing you guys yesterday that I'm using Raging Spirits, and I'm also using Cast on Shock, which Cast on Shock has already been nerfed. So I'm not too worried about what they're going to do to that. But the Raging Spirits, when you're fighting as a ranged player, it helps you a lot because they're going to go in the direction of the nearest enemy. So right away, it tells you where trouble might be. And you'll see me, I cast it a lot, and it's kind of like my lookout. Because if I see those heads take off one direction, I know there's enemies there. Oh, there they go. See? It just makes it, being a ranged player, so much easier. As you see, these things jump up on you pretty fast. You don't have a whole lot of time to react. Alright, well, that's about it, I think. Okay, I think we got this area over here we didn't do. How did we miss that? Alright, so this is all cleared. I thought there was more to this. Guess I'm wrong. Nope, that's it. Well, that was way easier than what I remembered. Huh. Okay. Let's just make sure we got everything done. Okay, we did. We got Una's hut. We got Crop Circle Boss done. We have to look for this. Now, why did we not see that? Oh, I see it. I'm just blind. That's what happens when you get old. You'll be joining my club someday. It's not a very fun club. Okay. Now this is going to be the place where the executioner is, if I remember correctly.
I cannot control this much flame. This village is beyond saving. You will burn.
In 30s. Whoa, whoa, whoa. In your 30s already, yeah. I think mine started about that time too. I never wore glasses my whole life until I got old. I actually wore contacts for a while and I couldn't stand them. But I wore them because of work. Just the way my work was. Yeah, I think I started feeling old when I was in my 40s too, to be honest. Oh, well, there's a little piglet that comes out running after you everywhere. Run into a few of those. I want to say the boss was right up in here somewhere. Oh no, I think he's a little further south. I'm wrong. Don't think we're ready for him in Cruel yet, but we're gonna find out. We really haven't had any issues with bosses in Cruel so far. I mean, a couple with that we had to do 3 times, but Rustlord was one of them. He was actually surprisingly very tough in Cruel mode, because he wasn't nothing in regular, but in Cruel mode, yeah, he was a badass. For me, anyway. Everything else has been pretty gravy. Yeah, until I get to that Act 2 boss again, we'll be fine, and then we're gonna suffer. Once we get to that final Act 2 boss again, for Cruel mode, he's probably going to just be horrendous. Not looking forward to it, honestly. The bosses are fun, that's for sure. But yeah, they can get frustrating as hell. And sometimes that mana just doesn't kick. This freaking Mana Tempest, sometimes it has got the worst lag on when it starts up. It drives me crazy.
Not yet. I can't do that yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna start collecting a lot of gold now because I know we're gonna have to change a little bit. We're just getting prepared for when they're gonna, if they're gonna nerf anything here on this next patch. We'll see.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that
I picked to go into the farm instead of Fraythorn first because Fraythorn is going to demand that I have chaos resistance. It's a chaos damage area that's so heavy. The flame, what do you mean flame wheels? Are you talking about these little heads? Yeah, the mana Tempest cast it just gets interrupted for no reason sometimes. I don't understand it, but are you talking about these flaming heads? If you're talking about those, that is a spirit gem. That is this raging spirits right here. So it's a spirit gem. That's how you get the flaming heads. And the circles. You mean, how do I get it to do that? Make the circle? That is by using this support gem. Right here, you're going to want to use Fortress. Fortress is what I'm using. Fortress means you're going to do less damage with your fire on that. But I don't use that fire really for the damage that most people think. I use it so I can stand in the middle of it, and no matter what direction my spark goes, no matter what direction my orb goes, it's going to pass through the fire and pass the fire damage on to the enemy. Now, you could do it without using Fortress and just cast, but it's a lot of casting. I tried it. I didn't like it. So we went to Fortress. I've had people over and over and over tell me don't use Fortress, and I tell them all the time why, and they're like, well, you're not doing much damage with the fire. You go, oh yes I am, because I'm using it to pass my spark through. But everybody has an opinion.
Not yet. I need more time.
Yeah, there's a lot of hate towards this build. I don't really understand it either, but there is. And you've got a lot of strong, very opinionated people too, which, you know, that's okay. That's fine. Everybody's got an opinion. It just doesn't mean their opinion is the only way. But it is a way. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's good to listen to and to get the input, but it doesn't mean that's what you have to do. And trust me, I've done the opposite of what everybody's told me to do, and I'm doing just fine, and I'm having fun doing it my way. But I've also played PoE PoE 1 for a long time, and I really I do understand the game. This is different for sure, but and there's always more to learn, always. This game is just never ending. PoE 1 the same way, never ending. You're just gonna learn.
Not yet. I can't do that yet.
Ah, boy, the best build to play with. That's good. I've heard a lot of people talk about the Ranger. I've heard a lot of people talk about, you know, honestly, with this game, I don't know what the best build is. You know, I don't know what the best. I think spell cascade is the same amount of fire, but no reduction. Still a lot of fire. I have not tried the spell cascade. No. I kind of stick with what I know, honestly, you know, and I don't really deviate too much. Although I do sometimes, and then end up getting burned by doing it. I don't know a best build. If I was you, what I would do is I would go to like max roll or mobilytics, and I would just start looking. Okay, now they're going to start throwing this crap on the ground. I remember that too. I'm not real sure what it is. But I would go there and look up builds, because there's probably some builds out there that are super easy to start with. If it was PoE 1, I would tell you start with a Witch or a Marauder. But in this season, honestly, I don't know which build is the easiest. I've heard a lot of people talk about a lot of different things, you know, monk, but again, I think everything in early game in this game is hard, period. I think early game is going to be difficult no matter what you choose. Yeah, I used a witch poison. I actually had a witch elementus ballista. It was the funnest build ever. And all the witch was just unstoppable. I mean, because all she would do is she would run in and drop this poison and ballistas and then run out, and everything would die. It was just the easiest build ever. It was one of my, actually, ballista is by far my favorite build.
I need more time.
I don't know what you guys were. I remember you guys in those.
I can't do that yet. I must travel right.
Oh, we're full, so we're gonna have to go to town anyway. Let's just find an area that's nice. We're getting ready to go fight this boss, the Executioner, in cruel mode, and he's gonna be ugly. We didn't really have any issues with him in regular mode, but I think he's gonna be a bad mamma jamma. Minion Witch is probably the easiest. I've heard that a lot too. So yeah, you might want to keep that one in mind. NH is Minion Witch. They do have clans in this game. Yep, they do. They do have clans in the game. I don't know if they have clan quest per se, but they do have clans. And right now it's kind of limited, but it'll explode. And again, it's early release. It's got a lot of changes coming to it for sure. Stupid piglet. I think the bosses are by far, I would have to say, probably the best bosses I've seen since Elden Ring. Very challenging. Really makes you have to put your thinking cap on, learn their mechanics, farm for better gear, figure out what you need to fight. Yeah, they're tough in this game. I think the boss is right up there, but we're gonna go this way a little bit more here. We're trying to grab XP for our board. It's been dropping pretty well. Ah, we're full. That's right. That's what we were doing. Duh. Yeah, only one, update. There's been a few hot fixes. Yeah, I'm sure that they're going to be adding something for the clans. Diablo 4 is a much easier game. I streamed Diablo 4. I've streamed all 6 seasons. It's definitely a game where you don't have to really. It's just easier. It's just way easier. It's a good game to actually maybe start with before you jump into this, but maybe do both at the same time. I mean, because this is light years ahead of Diablo.
And madness has already reached a boiling. You must infiltrate.
I like Diablo 4 for other reasons, but well, there's a lot of haters. Don't get me wrong. A lot of people freaking hate Diablo 4. Doesn't matter to me. They can hate it or like it. I don't care. I play what I want, but I'm just saying, be prepared for a lot of haters. We're gonna have to start changing this gear, I think.
I like to hold on to another for my collection. Thank you. Be careful.
I'm probably gonna have to stop saving these. You know what? We'll put them in here. Do we have it? Yeah, we do. clan have some of those. I played World of Warcraft for almost 20 years, bro. Definitely. Yeah, I played it for almost 20 years. It's those were fun days too. I really wasn't a big World of Warcraft fan, but my daughter or my son played it, and so they asked me, and so I came in with them, and we actually had our own guild in it. We were running a lot of the raids, everything, but World of Warcraft, oh my gosh, it's just like a time drain. Whole life flashes. Yeah, I think it's, oh, maybe I'm wrong. I thought it was right over there. Oh, I stood in there. I didn't even see it till I heard my heartbeat. Son of a gun. That stuff is hard to see. That is the one bad thing I'm going to warn you about when you use Fortress Fire. You can't see the stuff they throw on the floor. You really can't. It's so hard to see. That's okay. We don't mind because everything respawns now. We're going to be able to get more XP, which I'm all good with. Good news, good news. But I didn't see I was standing in that stuff. That was all me. I forgot they throw that red stuff on the ground. Which I'm not real sure I know what it is, but I know they throw it on the ground. And you really can't see it. That was me, being stupid and not paying attention. So once I know they're going to start throwing stuff on the floor that I can't see, it changes my whole style of play. I'll start doing a lot more running, rolling, just make sure I don't stay still so they can't throw it on me. I thought there was, or maybe not. Yeah, Poisoner Blood is really going back to Diablo. Yeah, well, I'm gonna go back to Diablo 4 in season 7 for sure. I don't have high hopes for season 7, but I'll go back to it. Okay, so I'm losing track. Oh, it's up there. I don't think that I'll do 6 characters like I normally do in season 7. Just because it's really what they've added is really has no interest to me. I mean, I'm not going to use any of the witch skills. I don't care about the new stupid witch skills. It's not even a new class. All you did was add skills. It just seems really boring. And they also added the armory, which for a guy like me that creates as many characters as I do, kind of makes sense. But for the casual player, it makes absolutely no sense. And they still are refusing to add any end game content. So that's kind of why I don't think I'll be there for long. Mana Tempest really is a pain in the butt sometimes to get it to act. All right. They just threw that stuff on the ground right there too. I saw it right the last second. Yeah, I've got a lot of my clan members to come from Diablo 4 to come to this game. I think most of them are enjoying it. I think most of them heeded my warning though and knew before they made the jump that this is going to be a different monster. And I think some of them take breaks from the game, which is needed in this game, I think. And they go back and play a little bit of D4 and I feel like I got most of my clan geared up with mythics, which is why I feel like it's perfect time to make the jump to this. See, there it is, right there. That red chunk of blood that they're throwing on the ground. It hurts, and I can't see it. Very hard to see. Did the Black Citadel D4 was very unfulfilling. Yeah, well, sadly, that's what they tried to claim was their end game content. And it's like, well, if that's what you really believe, that's even scarier. All right, so here's the Executioner. This is going to get ugly. We do totally believe that we're probably going to get hammered here.
The Marrakech do not forgive, nor do they forget. Desert fire.
Come on over here. There you go. Still didn't stand in it long enough though, did you?
Not yet.
Sure. Now he's gonna do this big thing where it's gonna go right into the ground. Oh, right there, these guys are gonna shoot me from above too now. There it is, right here. I gotta move. I didn't. That hurt. Guillotine drops too, so be prepared for that.
I need more time. Need mana. I can't do that yet. Need mana.
Okay, get ready. Here it comes. Come on, you little bugger, chase me. Now he's gonna call in all his little buddies. Because we're hurting him. Oh, but they're hurting me too.
Not yet.
Watch out. Scared me.
I need more time. You will burn.
I almost got him. Guillotine. Oi! I don't know what that was. I think he did that slam on the ground. I missed it. Yeah, you can always change from if they nuke Spark, but I'm already planning to change from Spark here in the future. I just haven't done it yet. Trying to do a hybrid build, electricity and cold. The freeze from cold attributes to, yeah, the freeze does help. I used that pretty early. Okay, so let's do this one more time because we were pretty close there. I actually thought we did better than what I thought we would. Because I know that we're not. We really haven't changed our gear much at all. I mean, maybe just a couple pieces. All right, come on, cut her head off. There you go. Thank you.
The Marrakech do not forgive, nor do they forget. I can't do that. You will burn.
I let my raging spirits kind of do a little bit of damage as I run here. That's why I keep throwing my fire.
I can't do that yet.
That would have hurt. Get a spot so I can cast here. Okay. That thing just goes such a wide radius that if you're anywhere even near it, oh, I stood right in the guillotine drop like a dumbass. Yeah, this is cruel. This is cruel. Yeah, I know you have to stand under the orb. I understand that, but standing anywhere in this fight is not, it's just not gonna happen. If you're standing, you're dead. So that's why using the orb in here sometimes doesn't even make sense, because you just can't stand in it enough. There you go.
The Marrakech do not forgive, nor do they forget. I can't do that yet.
You're just constantly on the run. Here it goes.
I need more time. Wall of flame. Not yet.
Oh, guillotine. Oh, he just missed me. But if he hits me right now, I'm dead. Good job. Good job. Good job. Oh my gosh. All right, run, homie, run. Jeez Louise. Man, all right, so we're not ready to get him. I don't want to keep dying because we're going to lose. We're just going to keep losing XP here, and we can always come back to him. Like I said, this game is all about patience, so we pretty much have cleared this whole area but him. And I want to make sure, because there was a hut Yeah, the Executioner. He's it. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to jump over here to Freethorn. And it's not a big deal. We'll come back to him. Cruel is... This guy was no problem for me. Round one, but... All right, so let's go back to tab. All right. Yeah, you're absolutely right, Ken. You can move. I could move this over here, and it just always casts every step I take. We had it that way, but I didn't really like it, to be honest. But yeah, you can do it that way for sure. All right, where you at, Una?
It is good to see you. Be careful.
All right, orbs are so freaking hard to get. Exalted orbs are like... Yeah, I can't use WASD. If I have to use WSAD, the game is done. I will uninstall it. That's the whole reason why I don't use that, your idea there. But you could, but yeah, I don't. I absolutely hate WSAD games. If it is a WSAD game, I am gone. I am deleting it from my hard drive, and I am done with it. All right, got the checkpoint. This map is actually tough too because these guys are going to throw chaos. My chaos resistance is ungodly low.
You will burn.
And there's one right there, as a matter of fact, now that we just said it. But actually, you know, your idea, Ken, is actually a good idea for that boss to just switch it up to have left click be always doing spark. It's not a bad idea for that boss, for sure. I never actually thought of that. That's actually pretty smart. It's changing it up for one boss is nothing, you know what I mean? So what if you're always casting spark every time you take a step? It ain't gonna hurt you.
I need more time.
It's actually a really good idea. I didn't think of doing that, but that's actually pretty smart. The more I'm sitting here thinking about it, I'm like, that's a pretty smart idea. We'll have to try that when we go back there. I left some gold here, huh? It's not like it's a lot, but gold is gold is gold is gold.
Not yet.
Yeah, they're throwing that chaos damage right on top of my head.
Desert fire.
All right. All right. Let's just make sure this is not going to pull in a whole bunch of junk. It's going to be hard enough without it. Okay. And we got one more. All right. Archmage, if you're doing Archmage, your mana has got to be at 1500. I mean, honestly, if you're below 1500 mana, Archmage is just going to kick your butt. It's just going to kick your butt really bad. I have not found a Divine Orb yet. Maybe I have. Maybe I found one. I don't recall. All right, this is going to get ugly right here. That was actually pretty simple, man. Kind of surprised it was that easy, to be honest. I know this boss won't be, though. This is that boss that throws, and then he turns into the tree, or he has the tree. I don't know what the hell. I don't remember, but I know that it's... This boss kicked my butt on the first run through. He just beat the shit out of me. Look at all that chaos on the ground. Okay. I'm moving so cautiously. Oh, so you're saying that if you use the running, the spark won't lock on. But does it need to? I mean, yeah, and it reduces your 50% mana regen, exactly. Yeah, damage going to mana even hurts you worse. Yeah. Yeah. Yep, it'll suck your mana right dry. See, but look, like right now, I'm casting no target. All right, so that's why I'm like, I'm not sure that would happen, would it? You know what? Well, we can check it right now. You might be right. It just might be a wasted. It's just going to use up all my mana. Yeah. Shield is important with this. Yeah, we'll try it right now. We'll just do this real quick. We'll go put it there. We'll leave it there too, because we're not going to use that. But oh yeah, you're right. Okay, you're right. It just won't cast until it sees a target. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I got you. Yep. Yeah, you're right. All right. Well, that's interesting, isn't it? Enjoying PoE 2 so far. Um, I'm having fun, but I like PoE1 better. Let me just say that. I think the bosses in this game are superb, but I think I thought the same exact thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa! I think I thought the exact same thing when I was playing PoE1, and I fought the same. I fought the bosses the very first time there. Um, yeah, I'm kind of a diehard PoE1 guy, and like a sequel, I'm not impressed with PoE2. I mean, I love the bosses. The boss fights are pretty incredible. Oh, this guy's coming after me.
Not yet.
I really don't like some of the changes they made, honestly. I don't like the new ruin system. I don't like the way they did change the gems. There's a lot that I don't like. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I feel like the passive skill board has gotten weaker. Um, but you know, again, I believe playing PoE 1 actually hurt me. It kind of skewed me a little bit. But am I having fun? I am having fun. But there are parts of the game that I think I wish they wouldn't have changed, but it is what it is. I mean, I understand why they did it. They're trying to make it easier for a new player base. Not sure it actually works. I think they want it to work, but I'm not sure. I know there's a lot of new players that have come in and have already left the game because they just feel like it's too frustratingly hard.
Not yet.
But those players would have said the same thing on PoE 1, honestly. And a lot of them may have tried PoE 1 and left, and they were hoping that this was going to be easier game, and I don't believe it is. In my opinion, when you play this game, it reminds me of playing back in the day where PoE had Ruthless. It reminds me like you start in Ruthless mode is what it feels like to me. Whether or not that's true or not, I don't know, but it sure does feel that way. All the things that I don't like, though, whoa, are not that big of a deal. So, I mean, there's things that I'll get used to. Let me put it that way. Okay. All right, so all this is cleared. This is actually a pretty good sized map, but still got ways to go here.
I can't see that yet.
Oh, it stood right in it. Which is which on the selection. I just did a 12+ hour live on this game, and here I am watching the live. 12-hour live. Whoa! What the fudge? That was smart.
I can't see that yet.
12-hour stream. God bless you. I couldn't do a 12-hour stream no matter. I don't care how much you paid me. I would be dead. I ain't even exaggerating. Everybody throwing chaos at me. My chaos resistance is almost nothing. I think it's at 17%. It hurts. Alright, there's the second one. Clear this all out here. Alright, let's go.
Not yet. Not yet.
Okay. It's 2 down. Yeah, this is yeah, Ranger. I've heard Ranger. There you go. Yeah, this is kind of a test run. I mean, I would call it more of an early release. It's just but for the $30, it's more finished than most games that are being put out in today's software world. It really is. It's more finished than all of them, honestly.
You will burn. I can't do that yet.
But yeah, we were just talking about that yesterday about people were asking me early on, why was I using a shield early game? There's a lot of reasons to use a shield as a sorceress. One of them is, especially at the higher level, you're gonna want that block stance, okay? The problem is just finding the right shield. It's gonna meet all of the things that you need it to do. You know, I was using a shield early game because it had extremely high energy shield on it. And because my build at that time, it really depended on that, it made perfect sense to use it.
Not yet.
I couldn't get my, that's the exact problem I've been talking about since we started using it. I couldn't get my Mana Tempest to cast. Whoops, it just wouldn't cast. Absolutely refused to cast. And I get that a lot. But I don't really understand what's going on with it, because it only does it on the occasions where I really need it.
I need more time.
So there, if I double hit it, a lot of times is how I get it to act, is I have to double click it. And if I double hit it, it'll cast. Which kind of sucks. It's been a problem since the day I started using it. Yeah, Spark is one of the most used. I'm going to be moving away from Spark here in the near future. My strategy is to move away from it. We haven't gotten to where I want to do that yet. Okay, so this is the boss here that kicked my butt on playthrough 1. He just absolutely, I was here forever.
The shadows here undulate with raw power.
And I'm pretty sure he's going to kick my butt again, but we're going to try it anyway. All right, now he's gonna change over. Oh. Got me. Here we go. All right, now he's gonna change to the tree. It's gonna get really bad. Kind of use this thing here to block me a little bit. It doesn't always work. Come on, come on. Oh, you just threw it at me? There you go.
It is better this way.
Yeah, he's a bad mamma jamma. Cast speed. Yeah, I'm getting ready to grab some cast speed on my board. We're just right there right now.
I must travel light.
All right, we're full.
So the cultists really did have a king lurking out there in the shadows.
What level is this sorceress?
I might have followed him myself.
53.
Promised decent pills instead. Thank you, hero. It's not the result I was hoping for, but at least I know the truth.
Cruel's been fun. Cruel's been way more fun than the first playthrough.
Drinking, man, it'd be a sobering thought.
Yeah, a conduit is kind of what I'm looking at, what I want to be doing. Archmage, I'm telling you guys, don't want to switch to Archmage till you've got way more mana. Way more mana. Really, I hate the ruin system, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I absolutely can't stand the ruin system. It's just so stupid.
See you.
Okay, so we have to go to town. We're gonna come back and pick up this stuff because we ain't leaving nothing on the ground. Yeah, conduit is actually what I want to switch to. That's exactly what I'm looking at wanting to do in the future here. I'm just trying to get everything set to where it needs to be. But I'm still gonna have to redo some of my board anyway, no matter how careful I'm trying to be.
It is good to see you.
Oh, wait a minute. Might want to look at that a little bit more. And although I'm using really freaking good gloves now, what I would say probably the only good unique piece in the entire game so far. Uniques kind of suck so far, but I am using these and I really do like them. But we're gonna save that anyway.
Be careful.
We'll look at those stuff a little bit later. Finally, exalted orbs. They're so hard to get, man. Thank you for the follow, MMO Nerd. Oh, resubscribe, MMO Nerd. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. Good morning, Big Hurt. Yeah. I've said that too. Spark is not the most. Yeah, it is somewhat of a boring. But there's a lot of builds too that are like, in PoE 1, I played some builds. My Marauder was super boring. No doubt about it. Switch that back. It's really seem to make a big difference. All right, let's do this. So I think, if I am right, let's just to look here. I think we're done there as well. Yes, we are. So now we are forced with having to go and drop Executioner. This guy. Which was super easy on the first play. And this play, he's actually harder. Only 100 to 300 divine away. Yeah. All right. So... I said the next thing I wanted to do is I was going to grab these right here. Just not sure if that's my wisest. Okay, well, looks like that's what we're going to do. Another mana regen there. Another energy. All right. You decided to punish yourself and make a Sorceress 2 MMO nerd at level 17 already. Yeah, early game Sorceress is pretty challenging, no doubt. It's only challenging, and this is why I don't like the new gem system. It's challenging because the 2 gems that really make a difference, or the few gems, there was more than 2, but the few gems that really make a difference for the Sorceress are all unlocked at level 31. And it's like, kind of blows because you're locking it behind levels, and in PoE 1 it was all RNG. I mean, you could get a great skill gem on, bam, right at the beginning. It just was all RNG. It was just random luck. This game, you can see they've actually kind of throttled them behind levels, which kind of drives me crazy. All right, let's go back to, we're going to have to go back and run this guy. So let's go back in there. We'll grab an XP, so it's worth it. Let's get her done. Let's just clear it all out, get all the XP we can. I gotta watch what I'm doing here. Yeah. Level 29. Maybe that's the number I was looking for instead of level 31. I know that it was very frustrating because I'm sitting there looking at the skills that I want and I can't get them until a specific level, which is really frustrating. I like I said, I don't really like the way they did that. And I really hate the ruins. Have I mentioned that I hate the ruins? Because I really hate the ruins. The whole ruin system, I think, is so freaking stupid. Hopefully they'll put some time into improving it, because I just think the ruins, the way they are right now, are kind of stuff. if they continue to nerf stuff, here's what's happening. You got a lot of people that are upset about them nerfing stuff, and not so much that, you know, that they nerfed it. What they're upset about, and this is why they lowered some of the cost on it, is they have to respec. And respecking is no longer, you know, orbs of regret, it's now gold. And if you were not planning for them to nerf your build, you may not have any gold. You may have spent it all, you know, gambling for better gear or whatever the reason. And so that's the part that's pissing off a lot of people right there is, you know, hey, I now have to spend umpteen amounts of gold to respec because you chose to change the way this specific skill works or buff or whatever. And that's what's got a lot of people on fire. I've never respec because they, even in Diablo, never ever did I respec. I just said, okay, now I just got to change a few things up on my gear or whatever, and still I can make it work. And that's what I would do. But I do understand people's complaint in that regards. They're absolutely right. Yeah, that does kind of suck. You're not given any type of credit or anything. It's just, hey, we're going to nerf this, and you're going to be forced. Not forced, but you're going to probably want to respect. So they lowered the cost, and what's going to end up happening is they're going to keep lowering that cost, because if they keep nerfing things, they're not going to have a choice, because the majority of people are just getting too pissed off about it. But keep in mind, they've increased the gold drop. It's not hard to get gold. I mean, you guys, you've heard me say I don't play this game unless I'm streaming it, and I have enough gold. I've spent a lot of gold too, so I don't really know how that's too big of an issue, but for some people, especially casual players, maybe.
Wall of flame!
Yeah, 100K for a full respec at level 78. That sounds about right.
Not yet. Victory is mine.
Awesome, Danelle. That'd be awesome.
No mana.
We have to go back to Diablo 4 for Season 7. We're not going to go back for long, I don't think, but we are going to go back. Got a lot of people asking me to do it, and we've streamed every season there, so we will. I think Season 7 is going to be a big disappointment for a lot of people, but hey, I'm going to go give it another wing. We'll do at least one character. We won't do all 6 like we normally do.
Not yet. I can't do that yet.
When I originally came to this game, I wanted to do the chrono ascendancy, but I started reading how so many people were having a bunch of issues with it, and I was like, all right, we're just gonna wait for that. We'll come back to that later. All right, here we are. Oh, I was gonna do that idea. God, let's do that. It's a good idea. Come on, chop her head off.
I need more time. I can't do that yet. Wall of flame! I need more time. I need more time. I need more time. I can't do that yet.
I don't know if I like that. Doing that with that and making that your movement. Oh, see, I don't know if I like that. That's not something that I want to use. Let's take that back out. I don't like it. It stutters your run. Because if it finds a target, of course it's going to use it. And so you're kind of stuttered on your run, I noticed right there.
Face your judgment, Meredith Wench.
The Marrakech do not forgive, nor do they forget. Not yet.
Is up.
You will burn! I can't do that yet.
Time is up.
Yep. Guillotine, 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 guillotine.
Not yet. Stay still.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. Oh, we were able to get out of it just on time.
Big mana. Not yet.
Oh shit, guillotine.
His suffering is short-lived. It is a shame.
Oh, still more of you, huh?
I need more time.
And there we go.
There is power.
So now this area is cleared out.
I can feel it.
As I say, and more just jump down from the top there. Oh, you guys too, huh? All right. Now we gotta go up here, up here. Free the chick.
He killed Eamon. Just killed
Right, you got to identify it.
know what to do. Clear fella safe. We have to get out of here. We can talk there.
They increase it. Because my noobs still struggle, but my main and cruel went from 10k to 50k in a blink, so maybe just need a bump to the early acts. Yeah, in cruel, yeah, XP is big. Way different. I would totally agree. I wish they would bump it just a hair. I think it makes it really, really boring when the XP is so freaking slow. Yeah, so yeah, the Miller Butcher's beating you up. Yeah, he does. He's a run and hit, run and hit, run and hit. In fact, this game is going to be a lot of run and roll, run and roll. Yeah, the gold has been increased. They did that hot patch to increase it. I don't know if it increased it enough, but okay, so I remember this area too. So let's go back, and I guarantee you my bags are pretty full. They are. All right. It's going to be this Act 2 boss that's going to be the thing that's going to just put me to a grinding stop that I'm going to have to do some respecking for sure.
Greetings.
Yeah, NH. So you NH, in order to identify items, you have to use these scroll of wisdom. All right. And so you would right click it. And here you can use the hooded one by just control clicking him, but he's not going to be available to you yet. So just, and then hold your shift button down and you can do multiple ones at a time. Okay, so
It is good to see you.
I'm gonna have to switch, so I'm gonna have to start saving some of these pieces and taking a look at them because some of them look like they're pretty good.
These are just another for my collection. Thank you.
All right. Yeah, we're gonna have to. We've used a lot of gold, though, to be honest. We're gonna have to start selling more and
What it's worth.
breaking less.
My name is Latus. It isn't worth much. But take this. Perhaps.
Okay, quest complete.
There's only one thing for certain.
Out owner.
Enter the manor. It's all gone.
Well, I probably should have broke that a different way, but that's all right. I forgot it was yellow, so I broke it right there, and I went, I should have probably done that the other way. Yeah, you don't have to destruct the blues and whites, but orbs are so freaking. Well, the whites you can't deconstruct anyway, but the blues I do anyway, just because orbs are so freaking hard to freaking get, man. I'm used to the PoE where, you know, the vendors even sold orbs. You have over 500 orbs. Holy cow. That's good, bro. That's good, because I don't. All right, let's go back here. When we go inside, yeah, that right there, that's what they're going to throw. That jump on the ground, and it's really, really hard for me to see using Fortress. So it almost makes me want to pull that gem, that socket in here, because that is so freaking hard to see, mainly when you go inside the building, because the floor matches the same. It's going to be tough. Let's see how we do. Fortress kind of hides the floor from you, especially if I start casting a bunch of stuff. Like if I hit Mana Tempest, I ain't gonna see nothing on the ground. Wow. $300 transmutation, 500 augmentation orbs without deconstructing any blues. Wow. Well, that's good. Yeah, that's good. I need to get those, because then I would stop breaking. Then I would use my loot filter. Right now, I haven't even used a loot filter because I've been kind of grabbing everything for a while, farming it for the gold, and
I need more time.
yeah, they're throwing that crap all over the ground right there. Hard to see when I do Mana Tempest for sure. The Never Sink filter is what I've always used too. Oh, it used to hide items. So that's interesting. It used to be that if you wanted to see all items, you had to hit C. So that's interesting. Never Sink's not hiding anything now. But that's weird then. That's very weird then. What's the purpose of using it?
I need more time.
Because if it's just going to show me everything anyway, it just seems kind of strange. I mean, I guess it does have better visuals though, so you don't miss anything. And they're throwing that stuff all over the ground now. All over the ground. Yeah, it adds the sound effects. That must be why they're doing it like that, because that's just so weird. Used to be able to set it up or, you know, it didn't, if you didn't want it, you would show you no whites, you know, if you set it up that way. So that's interesting, but now it's showing you everything anyway. Huh.
Not yet. Not yet.
Boy, I can't see that stuff on the ground worth anything, man. Just can't see it. I know there were a couple, I saw people complaining about it in the forums that in some areas where the flooring, and if you use Fortress with Mana Tempest, you can't see anything that's getting thrown on the ground. But even if I right there, I didn't use Mana Tempest at all, and I couldn't see it. I just kind of keep moving because right there I just saw it. When they explode, they throw it. Well, they don't throw it. I mean, it lands, and only with certain enemies.
I need more time.
Getting a big XP here, though, man. It's getting ready to pop it again. That's what we want.
Not yet.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Dodging is an important role, is an important aspect of BOE 2, that's for sure. And roll has definitely improved since the last that patch. Okay, so here's the manor.
You will burn. I can't do that yet. I need more time.
I keep moving. I see they're casting that stuff all over there. I can only assume they're throwing it under me too. I just can't see it. These guys right here, when they explode, they drop it.
Not yet. I can't do that yet.
Standing in a big infested area right there. Oh, these guys are gonna throw it all over.
I can't do that yet.
They drop it when they die.
Not yet. I need more time.
Hey, we're getting close to leveling up. Oh, don't die though. Don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die, don't die. Come on, we're just about ready to level. Give it to me. Son of a gun.
Desert fire.
whole lot of junk on the floor. Ground floor, whatever the hell it is. Okay.
Not yet.
I remembered all you boogers hiding behind here when I ran this the first time. Uh-huh. How do you get hub above you? I'm looking in settings, not finding nothing. Okay, so go to settings, go to options, go to, I don't want to die here. Game, no, let's see, where is it? Interface, maybe. I think it's interface. So I don't know why I enabled the profanity filter. I don't care. Show clock, combine mouse, mouse zoom, auto center. Where is it? Show ally, show point of interest names. I thought it was in here. Always show sockets. It's right here. Show life mana levels right there. You're talking about these little things above my head right there. So it's under interface, options, interface, then come all the way down to gameplay and click on show life mana levels. Does that help? I hope. Got it. Okay. So let's see what we got going on. Just about ready to level up.
Not
Ooh, I
yet.
remember you. There we go. We got it. We got it. We got it. That's what we wanted. Oh. Perfect, NH. Good. Glad you got it. Awesome. Awesome.
Wall of flame. I can't do that yet.
Those things, when they die, they leave that junk on the floor right there. These guys. They're all going to leave that stuff on the ground. And it hurts. Gotta kind of just keep jumping around.
I can't do that yet. I need more time. Not yet. I need more time. I need more time.
More time, more time. You ain't got a whole lot of time. So stop needing it. Kill. Alright, we're gonna have to go in the manor, which the manor sucks because the floor makes it really hard to see that stuff on the ground. We're gonna have to. We still got some areas over here that we can still go and clear out. So we'll do that first because I want as much XP as I can get. chest over there. I know a lot of people really liked Incinerate too early game, and man, I hated that skill. It just, because it doesn't even fire your, it doesn't even trigger your raging heads, which your raging spirits, which I was like, okay, well then what's the point? Why would you use it? It doesn't do that. I didn't think it did that much damage that it made it worthwhile, but a lot of people swear by it. I wasn't one of them. But I mean, if it works for you, that's all the thing that matters, to be honest with you. In this game, whatever works for you and your play style, that's what you need.
I have no space for that.
Okay, well, we cleared this pretty quickly, actually. A lot quicker than I thought it would go. And not a single death. But now we have to go inside the manor, which is on the other side. It's got kind of cold here, MMO nerd. How about you? Cold this morning when you woke up? Got a little bit chilly for Florida. Yeah, let's just clear this corner real quick, although it's pretty much done. That's a good thing we did. Gold laying on the ground. Nice out right now. Yeah, it's the sun came out. I think like in a week they're saying it's gonna get really cold. My wife is out in California and she called me and said, hey, you might have to throw like something on top of the garden. I'm like, I ain't doing shit on top of the garden. The garden freezes and freezes. You're talking to the wrong guy. Let's get on the waypoint.
This mad
Checkpoint.
wolf. May he howl like a rabbit.
And I gotta take a quick break because my puppy is sitting here and wants to go out so bad. Be right back. Hang tight. All right, let's see. This place is tough. I died a lot here. One of my first run through. We died a lot. We died right here. Why I remember. Right here.
I can't do that yet. I must travel light.
Why are these trains doing life flasks dropping in here? And I am full already. Really? I am. All right. Well, we'll push a little bit further here, and then we're gonna have to go to. Actually, it's a good time to do it right here. Because it's gonna get real busy in here. Okay, let's go ahead and get everything emptied.
It is good to see you.
Still looking for a good. Oh, we might want to keep that one. Let's throw that in there. I think we're gonna go back to a shield, but we just gotta make sure we get the right one. But yeah, I think we're gonna go back to a shield. Okay, let's use the skill point. We said we were gonna come down here and do this other side. Percent. All right. Okay. Originally, we were thinking about doing Archmage too, and I don't know if we're gonna do it now. We'll see. We may not have a choice, but we have to get our mana way up. That does make it a bit tough. I just swore there was people in there on my first playthrough. Maybe not. Oh, yep, there they are. I knew it.
I can't do that yet.
These guys are gonna kill me and hurt me bad.
Out of mana.
All right.
I need more time. I need more time.
Well, we live. We lived through it. Okay.
I can't do that yet.
Look them all down there below, and they're just making a big pile of that junk as they die. If I was down there, I would be dead with them.
Not yet.
Something over there. Oh. They're behind me and in front of me. Oh, I ran right into it. How many transcendent life blasts are you gonna throw here? For real? All right. Made it through without dying yet. This place kicked my butt my first run. Okay, so we still have to go this direction. Okay, so this is going to lead us down to the boss down there. This, oh, I thought there was a bedroom over here. Well, maybe I'm thinking of a different area. I bet I am.
Time is nigh. Our triumph is in hand.
There is just a man, nothing more. Die, horror!
All right. Oh, they're coming in.
I can't do that yet.
All right, just for shits and giggles. Movement speed, increased armor, attribute requirements. 2 meters of the enemy killed. All right. Like I said, the uniques are not that great, although I am using a unique. The gloves have been very good to me so far. Oh, draining my blood.
I can't do that yet.
Throwing that stuff all over the ground. So hard for me to see.
I can't do that yet. I need more time.
Lots of sports skill gems right now too, man. A lot of them.
Wall of flame!
can't let these things get very close to me because they're dropping that stuff all over the floor. It's going everywhere. I see it. Trying to avoid it. Alright, so we're going to be going down to the Mad Wolf. We dropped the Mad Wolf our very first try. However, we were also very prepared for it because we knew what he was all about. So we went and geared up and we leveled up and we did all kinds of things to prepare for him. I didn't discover that whole area, which was probably not smart. Which I probably should have. We want the XP. Oh, you threw it right on me, huh?
You will burn! Not yet.
Gotta keep retreating back because of the stuff on the floor. I know they're throwing it, I just can't always see it. I just know. Start jumping back.
Not yet. I can't do that yet.
At least we are finally starting to see a few more orbs. Because, man, the orbs are slow dropping. Hard to get because they're so freaking slow of dropping. But we're starting to see them now. Thank goodness. All right, I don't want to go that way yet. I want to clear this out. I could have swore that there was another room, and I think it might have been on the other level. Yeah, it looks like it was. All right, well, that's okay. I don't want to go back up. We're just gonna go. We're gonna go fight this boss, I guess. This boss is a bitch. Mad Wolf, this is it. This is what we're gonna come in on Saturday and help John with.
Another one. He's under there.
You will burn. Not yet.
Too much blood going on the ground.
can't do that yet.
Whole lot of that junk on the ground. Hey, maybe the room I'm thinking of was over here. I don't know.
Not yet.
All right, so there it is. This is the door I was talking about. This takes you into this room. Got the journal.
Knows. And I cannot deny that which I know deep down to be true.
Not as good as I remembered it.
An eternal descendant. She knew.
You're sparking too, yeah.
When our eyes locked.
Spark is gonna probably get nerfed, I think, on this next patch, but we'll see.
Then and there.
I'm not gonna keep using nerfed Spark anyway. I'm just using it as my
Not yet.
until I get to where I want to be here. I actually want to change to conductive
We can right some of the wrongs.
or conduit, whatever it's called. I can't remember now.
Victory
A
is
way
mine.
forward for the clans and the clanless alike. And a way forward for me. We must continue with our task.
So start saving your gold now, because if they nerf it, you're gonna need it to respec. I mean, I don't really know how bad they're gonna nerf it, but yeah, it does sound like it's gonna take a hit, which is really weird because I don't personally think it's OP myself. I think it does just about right. I think it's pretty well balanced, but apparently they don't. And a lot of people hate this build. There's been a lot of people complaining about this build, which is very surprising. Get all that stuff off the floor before we try to go in there. There we go.
I'm carrying enough already.
The endless loot and dash. See, I don't think the Sorceress is OP. I personally don't think so, but I know a lot of people do. But I mean, you could make the same argument about the certain build of a monk. You can make the same argument about the certain build of a ranger. I mean, it's just if what they're gonna do, which I don't believe GGG will do this. But if you're gonna nerf every time somebody comes up with a good unique build, then yeah, I'm gonna get pissed off too. But that's not what they normally do. That's not their style.
It is good to see you.
I personally don't believe that the Sorceress is that OP as everybody wants to make it out to be. Like I said, you could take the monk in certain builds, and you could take the ranger, especially in certain builds. And in my opinion, they blow the sorceress away. I mean, they don't even, it's not even like night and day. But that's just me.
Oh, I like this one. It seems shadows haunt us both.
Okay. I don't really know why I'm saving that, because I'm not going to use it. All right, let's head back. This boss is going to be an ass kicker. I had no issues with him on my first run, but like I said, we were very prepared for him. We knew what to expect because everybody was talking about this boss at that time. So I knew what to be ready for, and we were 100% ready to do him. All right, where is it that I gotta go here? I think I gotta go down here to these stairs. I don't remember fighting enemies on my way to him, but just to make sure I'm gonna... Oh, yeah, there we go. That stuff right there all on the floor is so freaking hard to see, man. Very difficult for me to see. Why I don't remember this part, so I don't.
Yes, more. Don't stop. The beast hungers.
I know what this is.
All right,
It is not good.
this is a nasty boss. Let's go do it. My friend, the wolf.
I can't do that yet. Everything I promised.
I'll remove your head myself.
I think not, Mad Wolf.
First one's high.
Stop it.
Run, little rabbit. Enough! Rihanna! Open the cage! Release the beast! Give me what you promised!
I need more
Splendid.
time. Not yet, sister. Out of mana.
Manipulative whore! How dare you abandon after all I've given you!
I can't do that yet. Out of mana.
I don't have to see him. See, that's the thing is, if you're gonna fight this guy, you don't have to see him. Well, now you do. Now you're gonna have to fight all this crap. This is the worst part of the whole fight right here. When he does these waves, this is usually where you die.
Swift as death. And imbued by the moon.
Not yet.
Cursed or gifted. Branded and afflicted. Your veins
Here we go.
and now shall slay again. Requiem on high. Freezing gale.
I couldn't get out of that, and now we're gonna die.
I need more time.
Well, that was pretty freaking close, actually. So our first run through, we killed him on our first try. This time, not as lucky. It's that middle part that really hurts. It really, really hurts a lot.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
I think not, Mad Wolf.
Easy prey.
I need more time.
Run, little rabbit.
Not yet.
No escape.
Desolation. I will take out your heart and savor each bite. Desolation. Solstice of pain.
Whoa, really bad lag right there. That was really terrible lag. All of a sudden, right on my casting. That sucked. All right, one more try. I gotta get off here soon, so. Yeah, that's the one that was terrible. I remember. You go into one fight right from this fight right into another one.
I'll remove your head myself.
I think not, Mad Wolf.
First one's
I need more time.
You'll pay with your life. Enough!
I need more time.
First dawn's frost.
I can't do that yet.
Oh, bad leg, bad leg.
I will take out your heart and savor each
I can't do that yet.
solstice of pain.
Oh, I didn't get out of there. Ah. Well, got a feeling we're gonna have to come back to this guy. That sucks. I'll tell you, the first playthrough, this guy was. I thought he was I thought he was easy. Now, not so much. Okay.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
I think not, Mad Wolf.
First one's iron.
Wall of flame! Not yet.
Great
Wow.
wolf. Have you?
I forgot about.
Easy prey. You will both.
I can't do that yet.
Run, little rabbit.
Not yet.
Doing this push thing. I don't remember seeing that too often.
I can't do that yet. Not yet.
Now I'm just making stupid mistakes.
As night falls,
So we're gonna have to run this whole freaking thing again tomorrow. Come back to him. That's why I don't want to leave. I just don't want to do it. I have to run this whole freaking gambit again. I mean, I can leave and quit, but and then it'll bring me back here. Sometimes. I've heard it. Not. Yeah, John, this is the guy you're fighting right here. This is the guy I told you I'll come in and help you with Saturday. On cruel mode, he's tough.
I'll remove your head myself.
I think not, Mad Wolf.
First one's higher.
I need more time.
Requiem and high.
I stand right underneath that light every time. It's getting me.
And savor each bite. As
In Norman Act 1. See, in Act, when I did it the first time, but honestly, I went and over leveled when I ran him the first time because I already had read so much about him. So I went and over leveled. I got my skills all up. I'm probably going to have to go and do a little bit more leveling here.
remove your head myself.
Not yet.
First one's higher.
I need more time.
You'll pay with your life.
Not yet.
First one's higher.
No mana! I can't do that yet.
Desolation.
Couldn't get out of that. That hurt. Right into it again.
You are hunted.
Oh yeah, level 17 is way early for this guy.
And claw. Tortured.
Well, we just gotta do a couple more things before we come in here again. This guy on Cruel is definitely
No tales.
a freaking challenge. We got way further on the first try. Well, these rest of these tries, he's just annihilating me. I'm making stupid mistakes too, though. Ah, yeah. Sorceresses are very fragile. Fragile little humans.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
I think not, Mad Wolf.
First one's high.
I need more time.
You'll pay with your life.
Time?
Enough. No escape.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that
It's just
yet.
hard to dodge and cast. But this really isn't the problem part. The problem part is where he's going to change out right now.
Mana. I need more time.
Requiem on high.
It got me. Got me again, man.
Hey! Not yet.
Okay, here we go. This is the worst right here.
The eternal impure, with bloodlust empowered, our Exile endured, but soon all were devoured.
This is where I always have problems right there. I always, every time I get into this.
Waited at the door.
Yeah, I know, the sorcerer never gets strong. They don't get strong. They don't get strong. Man, we killed this guy so easily on our first run through. Now he's just busting my butt. And I don't want to... Well, we're gonna end up having to just come back. We're just not ready for him. So let's do this. All right.
Hello. Be careful.
Well, yeah, cold resist would help here big time. And I think my cold resist is, yeah, look, 21%. But we could do this to fix that a little bit. I mean, we could do this. Let's go here. And we could do it this way. 25% cold resistance. Probably going to be the best mechanism. All right. That now brings my cold even worse. Fudge. Well, that's probably a lot of the reason right there. How can I have 25% the cold resistance? Wait a minute. Wait. So my cold resistance is at 21%. Oh, it's because... And it stays at 21%. So how does this do anything? I'm telling you, it's why I hate these things. I absolutely hate the ruins. Oh yeah, I gotta use the well. Duh. Good eye. But that doesn't make a difference as far as your cold resistance goes. But it's not going to activate until I get a hit with cold. I don't have a cold sapphire thingy. But what I do have, but that's going to suck. I have that. Which, if you do that, and then do that, and now you're at 66%. But we probably lost quite a bit of other stuff with that. Let's see if this helps. His cold that he's throwing is through the roof, man. But that's usually not where I'm having the issue. I'm having the issue in the cloud.
No noose this time. I'll remove your head myself.
I can't do that yet.
Easy prey.
Stop! Not yet.
Run, little rabbit.
I need more time.
First one's higher.
Next one's cold.
I need more time.
Oh. All right, here we go. Oh, son of a gun. I'm missing that every time he does that.
I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet.
I will take out your
Not
heart
yet.
and savor its fight.
All right, here is.
I need more time.
Fang, tooth, and claw. Tortured under the moon. The pack suffered but endured.
I can't do that yet.
Now in June. No tales were told. None new, none old. And the
Oh, I went right into it.
grew ever stronger.
Not yet.
Desolation.
Yep. Well, yeah, it was a bad move on my part right when I did the jump. All right. Well, I'll tell you what, he was so easy on my first run through. First try, boom. Now, my goodness, he's a monster.
No new hit. I'll remove your head myself.
Not yet.
Easy prey.
Froze me.
You pay with your life.
That was a good whack.
I can't do that yet.
First one's eye. You will falter.
Not yet. I need more time.
Can't get out. Come on.
Air grows colder.
There we go.
And now,
I need more time.
and now the impaler. As swift
I keep moving right into him too.
and imbued by the moon. Cursed or gifted. Branded and
What level am I right now? Good question. I am level 54.
shall slay.
All right, well, honestly, I got a feeling we're going to have to come back because I am done. So that is it for me today. Yeah, it wasn't hurting me as much that time at all, but yeah, it still hurt. All right, guys, we'll be back tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern time as usual, and we'll do her again. Until then, be safe, be kind, and I will see you all soon. See you, MMO nerds. See you, John Doherty. Yeah, Act 1 still kills you. Yeah, well, because that's because it's on cruel mode now. It's I'm on cruel mode now, so everything is stacked. All right, guys, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, be safe.